Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a truly incredible story. It's short, but man, it packs an absolute emotional punch. We're looking at the remarkable journey of the streetlight scholar. Let's dive straight into a narrative that proves just how far sheer determination can actually take you. Part 1, The Dream Finally Realized, a moment of pure joy. We're actually going to kick things off right at the end of our story today. Tears filled the boy's eyes because his dream had finally come true. Just imagine the profound emotion taking place in this scene. This young boy is finally putting on a school uniform for the very first time. It is this moment of pure, unadulterated joy and overwhelming relief. But seeing this incredible release of emotion immediately begs a massive question. Okay, let's dive into this. How exactly does a kid reach such a deeply emotional milestone? I mean, to really appreciate the destination, we have to map out the incredibly rugged terrain he had to cross just to get there. Which brings us to part 2, watching from the outside, the barrier of poverty. So picture this heartbreaking contrast happening every single day. Inside the school, you have kids who are safe, provided for, and actively learning. But right outside that window, there's a poor boy just standing there, watching. He's physically close enough to see the books and hear the lessons, but he is completely cut off from joining in. It's like he's just a spectator to his own dream. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it cleanly stacks up the immense systemic hurdles he faced. The odds were completely against him. His father is a daily laborer, which basically means the family's survival depend on grueling, totally unpredictable work day in and day out. Because of this stark reality, having any extra money for admission fees, that just wasn't an option. Let's move into part 3, under the streetlight, unwavering perseverance. Let's move to the next slide and see how this builds, because his daily routine was absolutely relentless. During the day, he's watching the school. In the evening, he's watching his father come home totally exhausted from laboring. But the night, well, that is where his grit really shines. While everyone else is fast asleep, he is out there studying old books right under the glow of a public streetlight. He literally turned the pavement into his own personal classroom. And he wasn't just doing this to pass the time. He was dreaming of going to school someday. Squinting at those worn-out pages under that harsh, buzzing streetlight, it was fueled by this intense, burning desire to finally cross that threshold. Physically, his reality was the street, right? But mentally, 100% of his focus was on securing his education. All right, part 4, the teacher's gift, the breakthrough. So all those incredibly lonely nights out under the streetlight finally intersected with the right pair of eyes. A teacher actually notices his hard work. All that quiet, unseen perseverance, it finally gets seen. And because of that one simple observant mentor, the boy gets granted free admission to the school. Just like that. This massive financial wall is completely dismantled by a single act of recognition. So the crucial point is this: free admission. Honestly, those 2 words completely transformed his life's trajectory. It validated every single cold night he spent shivering under that streetlight reading those old books. It meant he didn't have to watch from the outside anymore. And that brings us full circle right back to where we started, to that beautiful, tear-filled moment in his brand new school uniform, knowing without a doubt that his impossible dream had actually come true. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought. Who are the unseen streetlight scholars right in your own community? And what educational opportunities do we just take for granted every day? Take a real moment to reflect on that. Keep your eyes open for that kind of quiet perseverance happening right around you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and keep learning.